What's going on, YouTube? I'm sort of late to this update, unfortunately. Things have been pretty hectic for me, but better late than never, right? So this is the 1.0.6 update, which better known as the Pagoda update in Lynn's Island. But before we get into that, do not forget to like and subscribe as always so you can support my channel and also don't want to miss out on any of this great content. All right, let's get into it. What exactly is Pagoda? I had some general idea on what Pagoda was. I know that it was an architectural, generally influenced by Asian cultures, and specifically, it's actually more so. We're right in the money with it. An Asian architecture, but it's actually more of an Asian tiered tower. Most pagodas were built for religious function, around like the Buddhist and Taoist, which I did not know. So that's a little fun fact for you before we actually dive into all the new stuff that we got. So kind of right out the gate, sure you can see the little sign. This is actually new, where you can kind of type in your own whatever you want to say on it, and then press submit, and then boom, pops out. Just a little nifty little thing if you want to have different bases or farms, etc., and have different names to it. The other thing too, which you've probably saw these in Bridgewater, they have these little, I don't know what you call them, little dummies basically, where you can, I guess, work on your moves. There we go. Look at those crits. And this brings us to the next little thing. Actually, for the most part, this is all new. The only thing that really isn't is this stone flooring, which I thought that it kind of worked really well with the pagoda, so that's kind of why I did it this way. But these lights are all new. All this architecture style that you're going to see now, aside from this little stone right here, it's all going to be new stuff, even little new beds. I really, really, really like this dark wood, though. I think it looks amazing, and the dark brown wood with the red accent. I think it looks really great. This is kind of like my little dojo, though, where we killed the boar beast, or the void boar, and now that's his soul is trapped in there. That's just my headcanon. But yes, that's pretty much it. Just to kind of give an out view of the whole thing. This is, like I was saying before, I think it looks really, really great. I really love what they've added to it. I look forward to more stuff. But as I'm sure you can see kind of off in the distance, you spot different little water tower and windmill designs, which we'll get to that in just 1 second. Actually, we'll just head on over there right now, because those are also new parts of the big old update. And the one thing that I've noticed is kind of buggy is exiting these doors, because sometimes like the door won't open all the way, kind of get like trapped in it. Other than that, I'm sure they'll figure out those kinks later, make it a little bit more maybe easy to open. But yeah, so kind of starting, I won't start, actually, hell, why not? So this is the new Pagoda water tower and the new Pagoda windmill. I really like these designs as well. I would not really not like it, honestly. The whole design, that brown wood, and I really like the kind of more different, I guess, windmill design. I don't know if this is, based on real historic fact. I haven't done any back checking to see, Asian style windmills. But it looks cool, and it's functional, I guess. This kind of brings us to the stone. So they actually now, because beforehand, I don't know if you guys remember, but you could only have really only wooden. And so now we've got stone. Whoops. Now we have stone options, just to kind of give a little zoom out so you can see a little bit better. Stone windmill, as well as the stone water tower. I think it looks good. Looks, relatively clean. You don't really kind of their stone. In my opinion, stone just looks meh. And it's not anything that the design of it. I just prefer to build it with a little bit more, I guess, flair maybe is probably the better term. Speaking of flair, this brings us to the Ornate, which is that we've got here the Ornate water tower, and then the Ornate windmill, which I'll be honest, I don't really care for the Ornate windmill design. It looks too different. It just doesn't seem to match the style. I'm not sure why they would. It's, you know what I mean? So everything, I'll show you my base really quick if you haven't seen it. I did kind of like a base walkthrough. One thing that I've noticed too, there's the it's bugging there. Well, maybe it'll fix itself, but it kind of bugs out where it doesn't show part of it. But as you can see here, the ornate style. I mean, I guess you could argue that the ornate rails are kind of have that more design, but there is none of that kind of Mediterranean look and feel to the windmill, which, you know, I don't necessarily hate it. I just don't. I really don't like it. I don't think it matches with the ornate stuff whatsoever. But you know, it is what it is. I think overall, if that's, I think that's kind of your more traditional, like more modern day windmill look. Which, if you're going for that, then yeah, by all means. The other thing in the patch notes, I did notice that they said that they also have specific fencing types, which you can find here, but I am not seeing that they actually did that. So you can see here all the different types. I really love the lattice design too. I think that looks phenomenal. But yeah, I mean, they don't actually have specific fences. So maybe maybe it was bugged and they said, hey, we'll just scrap it for now, and get down to it. Yeah, this is the original water tower, like I was saying before. But yeah, looking back at the pagoda stuff, I mean, I think, you know, if I could go back and you know, which I certainly could go back and update and upgrade my entire building, I think I would. I think it just looks so good. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I think in a specific type of architecture, it looks really good. I don't think that the design that I have kind of like overshadowing the pond would look that great. I'll show you what I'm talking about for those of you who have not seen my little base building or my little base guide, but kind of like how it's all over this water area, which I look forward to any sort of fishing, so I can sit up my balcony and do some fishing. But I don't know how I would feel about the pagoda around the water like that. I kind of like it as more of like a little side thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. One of my other favorite features too is just kind of this they call it the half wall, and it's basically just stone with the wood. I think it looks really clean, really fresh. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm curious your thoughts. What do you think about the Pagoda update? You know, it is sort of a smaller update. You know, it kind of is and it kind of isn't. I mean, it's a lot of, you know, a whole new building design, but I think in terms of gameplay, you can only kind of get so far with it. But for people who are just getting to the game now, to see something like this to be able to build would be pretty cool. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about the Pagoda update, so leave them in the comment section below. As always, peace out, YouTube.